Okay, so welcome to this brief Sosana project overview. This is about a community-based token project in the cryptocurrency space that we believe will ultimately reshape the way people profit in the crypto world. Now, guys, first we want to just have this little disclaimer to let you know that this presentation is intended for informational and educational purposes only. We're not financial advisors. This should not be considered as professional advice. We simply want you to take a look at this presentation, make your own determinations and decisions, do your own research, and ultimately determine, based off of your risk profile, if this makes sense for you. With that being said, we want to cover three brief things for you here: why cryptocurrency, why Sosana as a solution, and then why now. So let's start off with why crypto. Chances are, even if you're not a Bitcoin enthusiast or a crypto enthusiast, you know parts of the story of Bitcoin, but it was ultimately invented in 2008 when Satoshi Nakamoto published a white paper. Interestingly enough, it was considered to be the people's money when it came out. It's going to be transparent, something that everybody could participate in with no backdoors, nothing hidden. And when it first came out, it was a little bit of a joke, guys, in terms of the price, right? In 2009, the price was only 0.003 of a penny, so not very much at all. But by 2011, the price of Bitcoin was $1. So it achieved price parity with the US dollar, one Bitcoin, $1. In October of 2025, the price hit $126,000, actually a little bit over that. Guys, to put that into perspective for you, for how fast that growth is or how incredible it is, if you had purchased just $1 worth of Bitcoin back in 2009 when the price was 0.003, and you held it until October of 2025 when it hit its all-time high, that $1 that you purchased in 2009 would then have been worth over $41 million in 2025. It is by far the greatest returning asset in the history of mankind. So, because of that incredible growth, because of the success track record that Bitcoin created, the crypto gold rush is now in full effect. Today, there are over 172,000 crypto millionaires, 320 people have earning over $100 million in cryptocurrency, and 28 separate billionaires, all from the cryptocurrency space. It's a multi-trillion dollar asset class. There's more than 700 million people participating in crypto. That number gets bigger every single day. And anyone in the world with a cell phone and a dream, they can get into this crypto world. However, because of that gold rush, because it's so exciting, it's gotten a little bit out of control. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says there are now over 1 million new cryptocurrencies created every single week. Honestly, many of them are extremely short lived due to poor management, poor community acceptance, or they're just flat out frauds and scams. So, what do you do when you have an unlimited amount of choices, but you do have a limited budget? Every single day, you're hearing about the next greatest cryptocurrency because everyone is searching for the next Bitcoin, and everyone has an opinion. Whether it's these crypto influencers online, the bartender who just got the hot tip from a previous customer, your nail salon technician, your barber, they're all hearing that they've got the next big thing, or just a water cooler talk at the office where everybody is sharing with you, hey, what my friend told me about another friend of theirs who really knows about something that's about to hit. Guys, when you have all of these options coming at you, the result is simple: shiny object syndrome. It's going to hit you because that's how it works, and it's going to start to overwhelm you. Here's the sad reality: 84% of all retail crypto investors, they lose money in their first year. So for all that success, all those millionaires, all those billionaires, 84% of people are losing money their first year involved in crypto. And we believe a lot of this is because of shiny object syndrome. Moving your limited capital from one project to the next based purely on fear of missing out and no sound business strategy. This virtually guarantees losses. The other thing is that real projects are being starved of needed capital as people move their funds into highly hyped, short lived scam tokens. So, why Sosana? Why is that the solution? Guys, our name itself spells it out for you. Sosana stands for shiny object syndrome and nothing accomplished. It's kind of an homage, if you will, right, to all of the people who've got involved in crypto, found themselves chasing their tail, and starting to understand and starting to realize that this is not the way to become profitable here. We created Sosana to help cure people of shiny object syndrome. Also, to create a safe haven where you could learn about and engage with real projects with real potential and provide a pathway to profits where more people would have a chance to win financially. We've taken a three-part approach here, guys: community, education, and incentivized engagement. The first, community, we've created a secure gated community hub. It's been developed to keep the scammers out. You're going to receive early signals from verified projects and trending tokens, so you're in the know. And you also have the ability in our community to receive airdrops from community challenges and promotional campaigns. We also created Sosana School, where you're going to learn how to determine if a token project is worthy of your investment, right? That's a big skill to have. Guys, you can enroll in basic, intermediate, or advanced crypto courses. And if you're already an expert, that's great. We'll pay you once you become a certified instructor to share your expertise with other people in the community. That's right. You have the expertise. We build the audience. You get paid to share what you know. But guys, perhaps the most enticing piece of what we offer right now is the DGen voter system, right? This is part of our incentivized engagement. And it's simple. We charge a 3% tax on every Sosana transaction. So that means whether it's a buy, a sell, or a transfer of tokens, there's a 3% charge. Now, some people don't like taxes, but you're going to love these taxes because of what they do. Those taxes are going to be separated into four different areas: a stability wallet to keep the company stable and keep us moving forward. Pre-launch tokens, we'll get a 0.5% of that, right? So we can actually do the same thing here that we're talking to talk about in a moment with live tokens, eventually with pre-launch tokens. 0.5% to a marketing wallet, so we can go out there and we can engage with the people, the proper marketing, the proper influencers, etc., to move us forward. And then 1% to a DGen voter wallet. This is the exciting part that we're going to focus on, is this DGen voter system, because this has been designed again to help people win. Now, the DGen voter system works this way. There's going to be live token voting that occurs every 2 weeks. Any KYC member holding $500 of Sosana tokens or more can nominate an incredible project that they find on the Solana network. And then any KYC member holding $50 of Sosana tokens or more can vote on the project that they believe is the best. Now, at 7 p.m. Eastern on Mondays, the winning token is revealed by our decentralized application. So every 2 weeks we'll go, and every 2 weeks is going to be Sosana Monday, right? At 7 p.m., the winning token will be revealed by our decentralized application to all Sosana members who are qualified to get that information early. Then at 8 p.m. Eastern, that DGen bonus wallet, no matter what the size of it is going to be used to buy the winning token as well as additional Sosana tokens. It's a 50-50 split. Now, the tokens are split evenly and then airdrop to the winning voter. So, for example, if 100 members voted for the winning token and there's $100,000 in the DGen voter wallet, each member is airdropped a total of $1,000 in value. 500 of those dollars will be in the winning token and $500 of Sosana tokens. So it's very exciting what can happen if you win and pick the right token. Now, here's the other part of that, though, that gets pretty exciting. Remember, we are announcing to you the winning token at 7 o'clock p.m. And you're also going to know at that point how much is in the DGen voter wallet. So let's say at 7 o'clock p.m., we told you that the winning token was XYZ token, and there's $100,000 in the DGen voter wallet, and you know that we're going to use that to make a buy of that winning token at 8 o'clock, a huge potential buy. What do you think might happen to the price of that token at 8 o'clock when we make that buy? If you're like most people, huge buy going into a token project, potentially a small market cap token project, you probably are going to start to realize that in all likelihood, again, we can't make guarantees, but in all likelihood, that price is probably going to go up. And you know about that legally 1 hour before it happens. Guys, that is pretty amazing. Now, think about this for a second, right? During that hour, you're probably going to want to position yourself in front of that purchase to take advantage of that growth. But it's not just you. Remember, we didn't just privately give you this information, we gave it to all the members of our community an hour early, right, who were qualified to get that information. So now imagine 10,000 people in our community that know about this, each going out and just putting $100 in there. That would be incredible. $100, all trying to get in front of this information from 10,000 members each. That will be over $1 million pumping into that token price in 1 hour before we even made our big purchase, which would continue to potentially drive up the price of that crypto token asset. And remember, you could be at the forefront of it before the rest of the world knows. Guys, this is what we're offering here. We're going to give you actionable intel every 2 weeks for the rest of your life for as long as you're connected to the Sosana project. We're also going to help you identify crypto assets to add to your portfolio for long-term growth possibilities on your own. Going out there and trying to scan through tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or millions of tokens, guys, it's an absolute impossibility. But with our model where we're engaging in something called crowdsourced intelligence, it becomes more realistic. You see, the bigger we get, the more people we have that are out there scanning through the Solana network looking for quality projects. We're also educating them all along the way to get better and better at evaluating projects. So imagine a scenario in the future where we have tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of wallet holders who are all out there looking through projects, evaluating them, throwing away the ones that they believe aren't worthwhile, and holding on to the ones that they believe are strong, bringing them back to the community, nominating them, and then collectively we're voting on the very best ones. Guys, that's going to give us the edge over just about everybody out there in crypto who are simply throwing darts at a dartboard with a blindfold on. Now, this is the type of model that you're not going to want to keep to yourself. In fact, you understand the bigger we get, the more refined the process, the more accurate we're going to be at picking projects. So you're probably going to go out and tell people anyway, but we wanted to provide some extra incentive for you to do that with our Sosana member rewards. Now this is simple. We've got this three-level payment system, the Sosana member rewards, where you can go out and you can simply tell people about what's happening here. If they want to engage with us, that's great. They'd be on what's called your first level. As they talk to some people, you end up with a second level, and those people talk to some people, you end up with a third level. And guys, as you can see here, we'll start off giving you 20%, and I'll show you what that comes from here in a second, and then 15% second level, 15% third level. And then as you become more productive in our platform, you can go through additional ranks where we increase your percentages. On top of that, we're also going to hold back 2% that's going to be reserved for two global bonus pools paid out to our hodler and our whale ranks. So that's a 2% override off of everything happening in the entire Sosana project worldwide, not just on your team, but throughout the entire project. So that's very, very exciting, and we can give you some more details about that later. Now, with the Sosana member rewards, here's what I want you to remember. Rewards are paid for all affiliate enrollments, upgrades, and renewals, as well as for select community offers. All rewards are paid in Sosana tokens. That's a big deal. I'm going to show you here in a second why. And all rewards are calculated and sent to your dashboard immediately and can be claimed at any time. You just have to be KYC'd to actually process your claim rewards. So why now, guys? Why is it so important that you decide that you want to align yourself with this project right now? I'm going to give you 3 reasons. Early adopter token pricing, leverage accumulation strategy, and then limited token supply. Let's take these one by one, and then we can wrap up. First of all, early adopter token pricing. You remember the story we told you at the beginning about Bitcoin, starting at 0.003 and then going all the way up to over $126,000, and what that meant for people if they would have had that token at the very beginning as it continued to go up and up. Well, guys, we launched September 2025 at 0.001. So 1/100th of a penny, if you will, right? So it was not a very, very high price, but that's okay. Guys, I want to show you though what the growth metrics look like. At 10 cents, what you'd be looking at is 100 times growth, right? So whatever you invested at the beginning, you'd have 100 times that money just when getting to a price point of 10 cents. At 50 cents, that would be 500x. At $1, that would be 1000x. I only point that out to say that when most people think about putting their money somewhere and trying to get a return on their money, they think in terms of percentages. I'd like to maybe get 10% or 20% return. In crypto, people think in terms of multiples. 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times. That is tremendous. Now, even if you weren't around for the very beginning of 0.001 or even at 10 cents, etc., it doesn't matter because a lot of people are projecting that this token could go as high as $100 or more in the relatively near future. Now, think about this for a moment. From our starting point of 0.001, that would be 100,000x. Not as good as Bitcoin has done over the last 16 years, but still pretty tremendous regardless of where you got started at, right? So when you're thinking about taking a position, you want to take a position at the lowest price possible because that means as it starts to grow, you're going to get the biggest level of rewards. Now, you think about leverage accumulation. This is really simple. We talked about our membership rewards, and I want to show you a simple example of what leverage accumulation means because we believe that the membership reward platform is the easiest way for you to accumulate larger and larger stockpiles of this token and benefit from holding them. Let's say for a moment that the token was at a price point of 25 cents just for the purpose of this example. And then you go out and you engage in activity where you earn $100 worth of Sosana tokens. So if you $100 of earnings, the token's worth 25 cents, you would get 400 tokens. Now you hold those tokens, right? And now we fast forward into the future and we say the price has now gone up from 25 cents to $10. And then you go out and engage in the same activity and you earn $100 worth of Sosana tokens. Well, if the token price now is at $10, you're going to get 10 tokens, right? Still worth the same amount, but a lot less tokens when you actually engage in activity. Here's where it's exciting. If you held on to those 400 tokens from before, and now the token price has gone up to $10, your token holdings now from before that 400 tokens with at the time when you got them were only worth $100 is now worth $4,000. You see the difference? The difference in doing an activity earlier rather than later, right? When we say why now is because you can accumulate a lot more tokens, and as you're holding those tokens and the price starts to move in a positive direction, you can get a much more massive reward. Finally, guys, limited token supply. This is huge, right? You know about supply and demand, right? So if you have a high supply and a low demand, your price is low, right? If you have a low supply and a high demand, your price is high. That's what it really goes to. And what we're all talking about is getting the token price as high as we can so we can earn the maximum possible reward. Well, we have a maximum token supply that will ever be available of 88,888,888 tokens. We like that. We like that number 8. But I want you to think about something. The vast majority of these tokens will not be fully distributed until we go through a period of the next 6 years. There's a 1 year cliff period, right? Where many of those tokens won't be distributed, and then we'll slowly drip them out every day for the following 5 years. So a 6 year total period where until all of these tokens are out there in the marketplace. What that means is here in the short term, any increased demand that we create will not be met with an increased supply, which means that could potentially lead to some pretty significant price increases. If we keep the supply the same, but we keep increasing the demand, then economics says the price should go up and potentially go up tremendously. Guys, you can always take a look at our Sosana light paper on our website, sosana.io, to get some of the distribution mechanics here. But what I'm saying to you is we have set you up in a position that not only can you win, but you can win bigger if you take action right now. So to wrap this up, we're based in this multi-trillion-dollar crypto space. We're addressing the biggest problem in that space, which is shiny object syndrome. We're providing multiple pathways to potential profits. You can buy Sosana, right, and simply hold it. And if the price increases, you can earn profits there. You can participate in our DGen voter mechanism where you can win the vote and be airdrop tokens, but you can also use some of that actionable intel to potentially put yourself in a better position during that hour before everybody else does. You can build your portfolio by simply holding on to the projects that actually win the vote, and you can also accumulate additional tokens and financial rewards through our member reward system. So a lot of different ways that you can win here, and again, early adopter timing that we showed you. So next steps are simple, guys. If you like what you see, download a Phantom wallet. This is a Solana-based wallet. It will allow you to hold Solana-based tokens, including the Sosana token. You're then going to purchase Solana through whatever exchange or mechanism that you use, and then you'll swap that Solana for Sosana tokens. It's that simple. If you don't understand how to do it, it's okay. The person who invited you, not only can they provide you their affiliate link, they can also walk you through this process. Now, if you want to become an affiliate with us so you can benefit from all the different things we talked about, the community access, the educational platform, the member rewards program, as well as being able to also participate with our pre-launch token voting, which will be coming soon, guys, you can do so by simply getting the referral link from the person who got you to watch this brief overview, and then you're simply going to pick, do you want to be a basic affiliate or a premium affiliate? It will show you all of the different benefits with each level. Here's the pricing you can see. With those affiliate levels, $129 to be a basic affiliate, and then $79 per year, and with premium affiliate, $249 up front, and then $149 per year. And again, you can see all the benefits on the website. But here's what you need to know: right now, we're in the middle of a founders phase, which means you can actually get started for just $99 worth of Sosana for life. No annual renewal fees, and at that $99 founders level, you will get the same exact benefits as a premium affiliate. So a huge savings, and again, you're getting in for a lot less, and you're also never going to have to pay the annual fee. So it's definitely a good move for you, especially if you want to take advantage of all the early adopter pricing that we talked about. With that said, thanks so much for spending some time with us for the Sosonic project overview. We look forward to working with you. We hope you join your project and spread the word so we can all win together in this incredible project. Thanks so much for your time, and enjoy the rest.